Catherine de Medici, a name synonymous with political intrigue, ambition, and, for many, ruthlessness, remains one of the most fascinating and controversial figures in European history, a woman who wielded immense power in the tumultuous court of 16th century France. Born Caterina Riario in 1519 in Florence, Italy, her early life was shaped by the volatile political landscape of the Italian Renaissance. Her father, Giuliano de' Medici, was the illegitimate son of Lorenzo de' Medici, a powerful figure in Florentine politics and a patron of the arts. Her mother, Maddalena Tolomei, was from the noble Sinise family of Tolomei, whose family history was steeped in legend and tragedy. Rumors of her murder by her own husband were widespread. Catherine's childhood was disrupted by the political upheaval that plagued Florence, most notably the Pazzi conspiracy of 1478, which aimed to overthrow the Medici family and assassinate Lorenzo de' Medici and his brother, Giuliano. The conspiracy failed, but it left a lasting impact on young Caterina, exposing her to the dangers of political instability and the importance of securing power. In 1533, at the age of 14, Caterina was married to Prince Henri de Valois, the second son of King Francis de France, of France, as part of a strategic alliance between France and Florence. The marriage was politically motivated rather than romantic. Henri was known for his libertine lifestyle and had little interest in his young bride. Catherine initially found herself isolated and overlooked in the French court, overshadowed by her husband's popularity and the king's other children. She faced challenges in establishing her position and bearing an heir, as several early pregnancies ended in miscarriage or stillbirths. However, Catherine was a woman of keen intelligence, unwavering ambition, and considerable political acumen. She began to cautiously cultivate alliances and gain influence within the court, observing the machinations of power and learning from the experienced courtiers. The death of her father-in-law, King Francis I, in 1547, and the ascension of her husband, Henri II, to the throne marked a turning point in Catherine's fortunes. As queen, Catherine gradually gained a more prominent role in court affairs, advising her husband and becoming involved in diplomatic negotiations. Her influence grew, particularly as Henri II became increasingly preoccupied with hunting and his mistress, Diane de Poitiers. Catherine proved to be a shrewd negotiator and a skilled administrator, managing royal finances and overseeing the education of her children. The death of Henri II in 1559, leaving Catherine as Queen Dowager, presented her with both an opportunity and a challenge. The French succession was uncertain. Her son, Francis II, was young and sickly, and powerful factions vied for control of the regency. Catherine skillfully navigated these turbulent waters, maneuvering her sons, Charles IX and Henry of Anjou, into positions of power and suppressing opposition. Her determination to secure the succession for her sons led to clashes with powerful families, including the Guise faction, who advocated for a more assertive Catholic policy. The outbreak of the French Wars of Religion in 1562, a series of brutal conflicts between Catholics and Huguenots, French Protestants, further complicated the situation. Catherine attempted to broker peace between the warring factions, seeking a middle ground that would maintain order and protect her son's interests. Her policy of religious tolerance, known as the Edict of Amboise, 1563, initially brought a temporary respite from the fighting. However, the fragile peace was shattered by renewed religious tensions and political intrigues. The St. Bartholomew's Day massacre of 1572, a wave of violence targeting Huguenots, remains the most infamous episode of Catherine's reign. While Catherine's direct involvement in the massacre is still debated by historians, she is widely believed to have condoned the violence as a means of eliminating political rivals. The massacre solidified her reputation as a ruthless and manipulative ruler, though it also secured the Valois dynasty's position for the time being. Following the St. Bartholomew's Day massacre, Catherine's influence gradually declined as her sons, Charles IX and Henry of Anjou, took more direct control of the government. Charles IX, weakened by illness and increasingly detached from reality, proved to be an ineffective ruler. Henry of Anjou's attempts to seize power and lead a military campaign in Poland and Italy ultimately failed. Catherine continued to wield influence behind the scenes, advising her remaining son, the Duke of Anjou, and attempting to maintain stability in France. However, the wars of religion continued to plague France, and the political landscape remained volatile. Catherine died in 1589 at the age of 70, just weeks before her son, the Duke of Anjou, inherited the throne as Henry III. Her death marked the end of an era in French history, and she left behind a complex and controversial legacy. Catherine de Medici's impact on French politics was undeniable. She skillfully navigated treacherous political waters, protected the Valois dynasty, and shaped the course of French history for nearly 4 decades. Despite her reputation for ruthlessness, she was also a capable administrator, a devoted mother, and a shrewd diplomat. Her legacy continues to fascinate and provoke debate, solidifying her place as one of the most compelling and enigmatic figures in European history.